Okay, so what you said you've come up with a shape. What would you like to see here?
A rhombic dodecahedron.
A rhombic dodecahedron. Okay, well, let me see. Let me click on shapes that it has, and let's see if it has a rhombic dodecahedron. Cylinder, capsule, torus, octahedron, dodecahedron, icosahedron, hexagon, tetrahedron. So I'm not sure if it has a rhombic dodecahedron or not. I'm not sure. It might. I just don't know enough about this program yet.
Is there like a search thing?
Yeah, there might be, but with the shapes we have, what would you like to see? We could add some things together or take some things apart, do sums or differences.
The difference of the big sphere and the big box. So sphere 1 and box 2.
Sphere 1 and box 2, okay.
So that might
The difference between sphere 1, oops, lowercase, right?
Yep.
Sphere 1 and box 2. Box 2 is a cube.
So
And with radius 1, and the big sphere is has a radius of 1.3. So we're going to take away a cube, a smaller cube from a sphere. So what do you think this is going to look like?
I think it's going to look like just the corners of the cube, and they're kind of curved.
Well, we're taking away the cube from the sphere.
So I don't know if that would be anything
I don't
because
know if you'd be able to see it, is the problem.
Okay, well let's take a look.
so it's got like it's an interesting shape.
It sure is an interesting shape.
It's the cube. You can kind of see the cube. It's the space that's not there.
Yeah, the
And
space
there's
that's not
like
there is the cube, yeah.
Kind of like the outside parts of the sphere.
Why does it have this like flat bit?
Well, down here, this is showing sort of how to make it out of meshes, how to make mesh, and it probably just doesn't go zoom out far enough. Like I made the sphere too big, so like up here you can see it's got everything.
Yeah.
But up down here, it's like reached the edge of the projection. So what do you think I could change about? Like what do you think would happen if I made the box smaller? Say this is box 2, so I'll make it be a box of 0.8 instead.
So I think the parts that aren't there will get smaller and smaller until you'll just see the shell of the sphere, and then there'll be something inside it that's gone, but you can't see it.
Okay, let's take a look. Ooh!
So the stuff that's not there is really tiny.
Yeah,
So
look. You can see through it.
So just those pieces sort of grew bigger and bigger and sort of flowed together.
Yeah, I'll do 0.9 just to see what happens here. What do you think's going to happen?
I think it's just gonna be bigger triangles, or maybe two sort of triangles.
Yeah. All right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, and see how easy that is? We're just, like, I think the other ways we used to look at shapes and prepare them for 3D printing, I think would have been much more difficult to do this. And we could have done some of these sums and differences before, but here they're just,
Easy.
touch of a button. All right, so let's move on.